everybody, welcome back to our IMPAWATT platform. Today we will talk about the energy culture and how you can assess the level of energy culture in your own company. So let's begin with showing you how to sign in to the platform. So if you know from our previous webinars, the address is fi.impawatt.com. So please go to this site and you can well, let's change the language here. And once you're here, you will see that you can log in through this right corner on the top. All right, so we have signed in and this is your dashboard. So let's go ahead and use this search box to see what we have in store for you. The method that we are looking for is, well, it's called a survey. So if I type a survey in the search box, it's going to give me two links. So one link is for the energy behaviors survey for the energy manager, and the second link is for energy behaviors survey for employees. So each of these, well, each survey has a different set of questions, which assesses each person from just different perspectives. But before we dive in to the survey itself, I would like to show you the background of the background which led us to creating these two surveys. All right, so here you see a figure on your screen, and it might look complicated, but I will quickly summarize the point of this. So as I said before, that we have two surveys. So we have one for the energy manager and one for the employee. So the purpose of the energy manager survey is to be a self-assessment tool. It assesses the person's knowledge about policies, sort of a method to assess how aware the person is about managing energy efficiency in the company. So this is what the survey does, and then at the end there is a set of recommendations which the person can use. Now, an important question is that who is an energy manager? The purpose of this survey is not not that we are looking for a person who has a specific job title, energy manager, but this is somebody who is managing the facility, who is taking care of, let's say, the invoicing, and who is in charge of building maintenance and building operations. So it doesn't have to be that it's someone very specific just for energy, because many times in SMEs, these jobs, these tasks are part of someone's daily job. So this is somebody who does many things for the building at once. All right, so the other survey that we have is for the employee. And this is in this survey, the employee is asked different questions, like about their daily habits, what kind of purchases do they make when they go out to buy something, and just an assessment of their lifestyle. So and at the end of the survey, there's also a set of recommendations given to them. But actually, this is, as you can see here, that the energy manager is basically operating the entire survey. So yes, of course, he sees the answers that he sees the answers to his or her own survey. But when the employees reply to the survey, they do not see any answers directly, but the answers go to the energy manager, who will see them, who will see a combined answer sheet from all his or her employees. In this next figure, you see our IMPAWATT maturity matrix, which is basically the method used for giving recommendations at the end of the survey. So the backbone of the survey, meaning the backbone or the pillars used for creating the questions in the survey are these. So these five pillars are the backbone of the survey. So the first one is awareness of technologies. Second one is specific cultural habits, current energy practices, external factors, effect, and perception of barriers. So using this backbone, we create questions for each survey for the employee and for the energy manager separately. And as you proceed with each question, and as you proceed with selecting an answer for the question, you are getting a score um, in the background. So each answer, each option in the question has a specific score assigned, so low, medium, or high. And when you complete the survey, based on your score, you see recommendations, and I will show you an example what I mean by this. All right, so we are back. We are back on this page, and let's move ahead and have a look at the Energy Manager survey. All right, so you should see a page like this. Let's go ahead and click on the button Open. All right, so here, these are the first basic questions. It asks you about your age. It might ask you about your qualification, and so on and so forth. So please go ahead and fill these, and let's meet at the end of the survey when you have completed all the questions. All right, so assuming that you have done all the questions, I believe there were 13 questions. So let's go ahead and have a look at the answers, and let's see how you can interpret the results. So let's go here and click the button Open. So it will be a color-coded set of boxes, and I can tell you what each box means. So like I showed you in the figure before, that we have five pillars, which we used, or which served as the basis of the question. So so these are these colored boxes show the names of the pillars. All right, so if you see a pillar which is in yellow, it means that you scored, well, your score is medium, so which means that it's not too bad, it's not too good, but it's somewhere in the middle. And if you have a medium score, you will be given two recommendations, like you see here. 1 and 2. These are recommendations which will increase your rating or increase your score to a higher level. So this is our recommendation for you based on the answers that you have given. All right, so if we move to the next pillars, you see that these pillars are green, which means that you have done really well, or the existing situation in your company is really good. So uh, of course, it doesn't need any drastic improvement, but this if we are, or if you use this recommendation this recommendation by us, it will ensure that the scoring for this particular question or answer always remains high. So and of course this is an example. You might have received a yellow for this, or a yellow for this, or maybe you actually get all green boxes. So it means that everything is really good, and the recommendations made for you will ensure that everything is maintained really well in the coming months as well. All right. In case you see a red box here, it would mean that you have a low score in that category. It's nothing to be it's nothing to worry about. The recommendations you will see in that case will be 3. So if you use that, or if you take those recommendations forward, then of course your rating will improve to medium and then to a higher level, of course. All right, so this is how it works. If you have a low score in general, you will get 3 recommendations from us. If you have a medium score, you will get 2. And if you have a high score, like you see here, you will get 1 recommendation from us. So let's go ahead and have a look at the survey for employees. All right, so we are back on this page where you can see all the surveys and the survey results. Before we move on to the employee survey, I would like to point out that if you are an energy manager or someone who is responsible for the company, you can straight away begin your own survey, which means that, as we saw before, that if you click on the gray button Take Part, it takes you straight to the survey. However, if you would like your employees to take part into the survey, you have to invite them individually. So, and this is what we will do now, that if we click on the box Invite Employees, this is where it takes you. So you will have to enter their email address individually, and they will receive an email to their inbox saying that they have been invited to do a survey, and that they should sign up to that site, fi.impawat.com, fill in their details very quickly, and they can do the survey immediately. An important point to mention here is that when you send the invitations to your employees, the answers will not be visible to them straight away, but as each person completes the survey, the results will be sent to you in the end. So you will see, let's say if you sent the invitation to 10 employees, you will see all the results in an aggregated format. So it's not possible to see individual answers, but by seeing the whole set of answers, it helps you get a good overview of the situation. So let's go ahead and have a look how the questions have been constructed for the employees. And this you can do by clicking on the button Test. All right, so here you will have a basic set of questions, and then it asks them information such as well, their lifestyle and work habits. All right, so let's see examples of the questions that you might be asked. So for example, it might ask the number of employees in the company or where you work. So let's say 250, for example. Then it might ask you the type of place where you work. So is it your own office, or do you travel all the time, or, well, it depends. So let's say in a shared office. Yes, so these questions will slowly assess what are the habits of the employees, and based on the answers of these questions, you will get a score in the end. So you will see a page like this, with the different colored boxes for each pillar. Now you might wonder why you might not be seeing all 5 pillars. This is because certain pillars were not applicable to the employee, and certain pillars were not applicable to the energy manager. So there's nothing wrong with the survey. It's you will be given a score according to the set of questions that have been included in the questionnaire, and these are your results. So as we saw earlier, that the yellow box means that you have a medium score. So you will be given 2 recommendations, as you can see here. Then this means that the employees did really well in the other 2. This is only an example, but the green highlights that the maturity, or let's say the level of maturity of this pillar is very good because it's green. And if you would like to maintain this high maturity level of the pillar, you might want to consider doing this action which is about integration of energy conservation and reduced emission into the vision of the company. So this is how you might have a good level of energy efficiency in the company. Right, so this was our webinar for today. We looked at how to do the survey, how to find the survey, and how has the survey been constructed for both the energy manager and the employees. We looked at the background information, for example, some information on the pillars, which are the backbone of the survey, and the calculation method of the scoring, which means that we used the maturity matrix method, which helps you get recommendations at the end of the survey. And the reason for using the matrix method is that it helps you follow up on your progress. So for example, if you do the survey now, and if you do the survey again after 6 months, if things are going badly, if things are not being taken care of in the company with regard to energy efficiency, you will probably get a low score. So it's a way to follow up whether things are being done well. And of course, if they are being done really well, then you will get the all green boxes, we hope, which means that everything is under control and you just need to maintain them for the future. All right, so stay tuned for our next webinar. In that webinar, we will show you what to do after you complete the survey and what will be the next steps for you and your staff.